All right, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna do 5 RTA matches, and we're gonna select our picks strictly on Beat D's tier list. So we're going straight down the tier list. If a double S pick is available, we pick double S. If no double S picks are available, we pick S, and so on and so forth. I don't have any triple S picks, but they're all light dark, so no Yunhong, no Gianna. I think it's Ragdoll. So here's the tier list up here. Let's see if I can indicate here. So I've got it up there. I have several of these picks: Okeanos, Molong, Gani for the top row of double S, so they'll be my first picks every time I can. And then on the next row down, I have Ciara out of those 5, so I don't have any of the others of those 5. So I'll pick Ciara as often as I can. What's kind of nice is, should I get all 4 of those, then the next row in the tier S, I have some options. So I've got Triana, Bastet, Perna, and Vanessa. So I have those options there. I don't think, for my current purposes, I'm allowed to go down to row 2, because in theory these are organized based on the ones you want. So I'm going to try to pick strictly out of those rows. Even if instinctually I want to pick something else, I'm not. I'm going to pick straight tier list, because these are the best monsters I have, and in theory, based on this tier list, my instincts are wrong and this tier list is right. So we will see how that goes. It'll be a fun little experiment. I pre-recorded the matches so I could focus, and I'm going to play them back for y'all double speed, so you don't have to watch, slow-mo, RTA mode. And we'll talk about the pick band, we'll talk about what goes right, what goes wrong, and maybe get into the tier list a little bit and thoughts on that. So, without any further ado, let's get rolling here. I'm going to hit play and click that. All right, let's get into it. So we start at C3. We get matched with this guy. He first picks Wusa, but we don't care. We're not trying to counterpick. We're not trying to do anything. We're just picking tier list. So we go Molong, Gani. I'm not sure what he's up to. Taking his sweet time. Fenyan and Perna, great picks. So he takes one of my S tier units. I get all my triple S units and get the Ciara. And now I get a little more freedom with that S tier. So I've got my... He's got the Perna, so I can't take Perna. He picks the Theo, which on the tier list is... What is that? A? It's way down there, so it's pretty low. And then the light Paladin, which I don't see her on here. I've just got the elementals, but she's somewhere in that range as well. I take Triana, who's in that first row there. My options were Triana, Bastet, or Vanessa in this match. So Triana makes sense because there's going to be catastrophic damage from the Theo and the Perna, and a little bit of cleanse could be useful depending on what happens here. So we start off. I'm going to be super aggressive on the Perna because that is one of his sustains. He has lots of sustains, but going super aggressive, I'm thinking try to stun up, lucky double stun, and then the finishing kill with the Molong. And that's what Molong does. Molong does everything you want. And then here's a great use of Triana. She follows up my team, puts up full immunity, so it minimizes his next turn. And then Gani and Oki are just being silly right now. We're just resetting and killing them one at a time. So that was quick and easy. We're up to 1785, ranked 2000. Same guy again. So interesting to see what he'll do. He took my Gani that time. So I took his Perna. So I cheated a little bit. I didn't pick in exactly the order. But I thought it was worth it to steal one of his units. So now I've got all my triple S units that I can, because he didn't have them last time. So we're still technically following the rules. And he goes with the same exact comp. So for me, I'm going to do things exactly the same way. I look at Miang and I'm like, no, that's not following the rules. That is not how we do it. So I have to pick one of my picks. So I think I go ahead and go with Triana. Vanessa was a consideration, but I think Triana's just a little bit better in a lot of situations. I'm not really fighting for speed lead here, and I need that protection from catastrophic kill. Banning out the Wusa again, because I don't have a ton of ways to deal with immunity, and I don't want to mess with it. So I'm going very aggressive on the Ganymede first turn, trying to, failing. He resets my Perna, which is a great first turn for him. But you got to be aggressive with your Molong. It only bad things can happen, I think, if you can't. If you don't have any sustain, you've already kind of made a mistake with a Molong. But with the Triana and the Perna, I've got both sustain units, and I need to get that catastrophic damage in as often as possible. And a Ganymede is a real threat. So I get a double stun again. Molong follows up with a defense break. We do the same thing we were doing last time. We reset, and we get the kill. So at this point, I'm not super worried about the Fenyang, though he is a worry in general. I need to hit him with Molong at least once. So if I'm him, I'm trying to get the Molong down, so that can't happen. He's not. He's electing to spend some time on Perna, which Makes some sense, but the Molong's the real threat, I think. Molong is the defense break, which activates Perna, makes Perna really good, and I think he may have made a target selection error there. So now I'm like, well, defense break? I'm trying to decide. I'm probably making an error here. I probably should have nuked down that Fenyang as soon as I had the option, and not let my HP go lower. So here I decide to make up for that. Hit him pretty good, and he knows that, it's a done deal. Moving on to match 3, new opponent, a G2 opponent. So I go Molong, and he goes Gani Hathor, which is a really nice 1-2 punch. But I'm following my rule here. I'm picking straight up tier list, so I don't care what he picks. I pick tier list every time. So I actually get the Vanessa Tiana combo in here. Maybe should have gone Perna, but I don't like Perna against Immunity or Gani or Hathor, and now or Chow. So it was probably worked out for the best. The option to ban Gani or the Hathor, Gani over Hathor is a sort of a one-trick pony. It's just a really, really, really good trick. It does catastrophic turn denial to your team, whereas Gani does a lot of things that are somewhat unpredictable. Like he's more opportunistic. He's more tactical. So you can use a Gani in a lot of situations. And I don't want him refreshing any of the stuff he brought. I don't want him refreshing Hathor. I don't want him refreshing Bastet or Vel or any of that. So I elect to get rid of the Gani. And this is a pretty sticky situation here, but Tiana is kind of digging me out of it. I mean, she just saved a death there. She saved a defense break. I mean, she's digging me out. Not a great Molong turn there. Mine's a little low on accuracy, but you have to make choices. So I took a slightly lower accuracy since I tend to run 2 accuracy leaders with Gani and Oki, but didn't get it done there. That's okay. So basically what I did is I elected to kill the Hathor first because she could completely win the match for him if she went off. And now I'm working on his damage dealer. And we get him down with the Molong again. Molong just showing why he's first pick worthy. If you have a Molong and you're not using him, you probably should. He's really, really good. I mean, that's kind of a known thing. But find out how to bring Sustain with him. If you don't bring Sustain, you probably need him on Vampire or something like that. So it's looking a little hairy here. I'm pretty happy with my units I have left, but he could easily pull this out. It could go either way at this point. I'm really wanting to get that Bastet just so I can have a 2-on-1 situation. Nice stun there and a kill, and then that's the match. The tide turned there when it could have gone either way. So hey, we're up to Guardian. That was a quick jump into Guardian. So I don't think this is the same guy. This is a different guy. So same thing. We go with the double S units. Molong, Gani, and Oki. I mean, just great units. And then we followed up with Sierra because we have to. She's a double S unit I haven't picked yet. And then the Tiana again. She's been working great. And, Tiana is a really good solution for Perna in particular. Decent for Molong, decent for anything that does catastrophic damage. But a lot of the really good damage dealers in RTA tend to somehow be multi-hit, like Fenyang and Garo and stuff like that. So, I don't know. You got to kind of pick and choose. So he elects to do Delayed Promise on 2 units, which that's pretty rare. Often the Hathor users, especially with immunity cover, will wait. But he didn't. So I lucked out there, especially since my Tiana resisted. She has high resistance. She's like 89%. So I kind of expect her to resist. And she only resisted the sleep and not the bar. So I would definitely prefer the sleep instead of the bar. So my plan here is to try to reset and then kill the Perna. So there's the reset. And now I'm feeling great. And there goes the kill. So that's why I was specifically targeting the Perna for buff removal and reset. So we're 4 matches in. We're 4-0. We get a quick rematch with the same guy. So I'm sure he'll elect to do things a little differently. We will see. Same picks so far. Same picks. And he what does he do here? I think he picks one different pick. He goes with Ethna instead. So my initial ban on the Fenyang was due to the defense break. Defense break plus Perna equals problems. And now he gets rid of that hole in his team by giving himself 2 defense breaks. My only defense break is Molong, so hopefully I get to keep the Molong. But the Ethna is a real problem for my team and sort of a threat. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I go with the accuracy lead to counter the resist lead. I would love to take the speed lead, but I can't let resist kill my chances of a win here. So he buffs up. Here's his Hathor choice again. and he makes the correct one in my opinion. Before he got a proc off of Vela to remove the immunity, and he went with a double sleep. In this case, he sleeps the Ganny, which I think was particularly smart. I get nothing from my Molong that time. You know, you live by the Molong, you die by the Molong. Get the nice little cleanse off Sierra. That cleanse is underrated and really what makes her a powerhouse. So I'm working on the Ethna here. Get the bomb, the detonate. And I don't really have any choices here, so my options are refresh Sierra, which I don't like. I think, you know, take away her choices was the right one. We nuke her down. We're 4 on 3. And problems. Full sleep on my team. Now, the dot should wake up Sierra, so if I get an opportunity to cleanse, which I don't here, I should cleanse one of the other units. Sierra wakes up, but it's basically dead. He's letting her die by dot, I guess. I don't know. I'm too superstitious. I would nuke down the Sierra anyway, just because I can't deal with leaving it there and wondering what could happen. So now we're in a really bad spot. We're dealing with immunity, we're dealing with Perna heals, and Vela hits really, really hard too. And interestingly, he's working down the Molong, which I think is the correct choice. The other opponent we faced did not work down the Molong and got nuked a little bit. The Ganny doesn't really refresh anything of note on the Molong, and if he's got immunity, you know, nothing bad's going to happen on the Seal. So I think that was a good choice there. So it looks like he's going to pull out the rematch. You know, some of these matches in the Guardian level are they're close. They're very close matches. If Molong had stunned one more unit, I might have pulled it out. You know, conversely, on the other match, had Hathor slept one more unit, he would have pulled it out. So it could go either way. So what are our final thoughts on the tier list? Let's take a look a little closer. So here's the tier list I downloaded from Reddit. This is apparently his version 2. But I think if I get any of these units up here, excellent times. I would love any of those units. And any of these LD units here are also really good, but I don't know that they're so much better than their elemental counterparts. Like, I feel like sometimes if you pull a Tian Lang, you want to play the Tian Lang every time, whereas often Molong is much better. So I think that's somewhat of a thing that people do. But if you pull any of these, those are always, I think, the best play. They're great. I mean, that's all correct. I was sort of surprised how well straight tier list picks worked. Here's the double S tier, so I'm really fortunate to have like 4 units in this tier out of, 7, 9, 4 of 9. So I really tried to get Wusa, but I wasn't able to. I think Wusa is the superior choice out of Wusa and Vela, just personal preference. He's a little bit more sustainy, and I don't know, I like him more. So unfortunately couldn't pull Wusa. Tiana is another interesting pick. She unlocks a lot of unique Tiana-based strategies for RTA, so that'd be another cool pick. But I mean, straight tier list worked really, really well. I was pretty happy with this top row. My Vanessa, I think, I haven't quite committed the best runes to her, and she's not skilled up, and I think that's costing me a little bit. So my better picks are some of these ones that are a little bit better runed. But I didn't even get down into this row here, which I have the Varad, I have the Ethna, I have these units here and that unit. So the Monkey, the Raccoony, and the Olivia. I think they might be slightly more situational, whereas a Triana is going to be a little bit more utilitarian in more matches than an Olivia? Maybe. I don't know. The cleanse is the same, but the save from death is strong. So anyway, we're going to try to do a few more RTA matches in general where we pick a theme or pick a unit and just see how it performs, because I find those interesting to watch, so I hope you guys find it interesting too. So yeah, so that was 5 matches with the tier list. We finished 4-1. We climbed from, C3, high C3 to low G1. I think we ended up in like the 0.9 range. So not enough to hold rank till the end of the year, but pretty nice to see. That was 5 matches to make that little jump from 1.1 to 0.9. So we'll take it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the discussion. My runes will be, I'll link the rune video I made a couple videos ago. It's all the same runes, so if you have any rune questions, it's all in there. If you don't care about the runes, you don't have to look at them. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.